in between this and the other honey cells on this side. This could be a little messy. It was quite messy. So you can see that's laden with nothing but honey. There's no pollen. And I see a couple pockets of pollen, but not many. This is just loaded with honey.
Wow.
So that's going to be the new hive's honey supply. So because that one is so wide, I'm just going to go with that one. This right here is a feeder, and it's an in-hive feeder. And Marshall can add some sugary solution to this. You can even add sugary solutions that have vitamins if you purchase it, but you can make your own sugar solution to help this colony get a good start. For right now, this is enough honey for them to get going. So I'm not going to do anything else with this. I'm going to leave this open for right now because I'm actually going to want to take all this off the side here so that I can get two cells in here instead of having them form one. This is what happens when you're short one cell. So there's little gaps that I can close up in here. I'm not going to do that today. That's not the project for today. So what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and put our inner lid back on top of that. I'm going to do it nice and slow. Giving them all the time to get out of the way. You just keep lowering it down, tease them, tease them. Come on, girls, let's get back inside. And if they don't move, a couple of them are going to get squished. Of course, they don't know that, so go nice and slow. I'm getting hit by a couple of bees now. They're a little upset. If I can get this thing to smoke again. Yeah, there's a couple of girls in there. I can tell they're... Come on, girls. Get out of the way. There we go. Now it's down. Okay, now I'm going to separate this and I'm going to go inside the main hive where the brood is. This is why it's good to do regular inspections, because right now this is so well sealed, because I haven't done any inspections in such a long time. It's been about 2 months. And they've really sealed it up well with the propolis. Okay, you little ones, try to behave. All right, so I'm actually going to move this box out of the way because that's where I'm going to set my top box. I'm going to move this over to this table I've set up. I'm going to take this top box. Hopefully it will separate the rest away from the queen excluder. Alrighty. So I actually think I'm going to restart this because they're really quite upset right now. Oh, it's all gone. Completely burned up. So there's just a little bit left in the bottom of it. Got one that's really mad at me. She's right here all over me.
Yeah, she's been on your back too.
Yeah.
At least there's been one on your back.
Get off my back. Yeah, this is normally quite a docile colony. However, they seem a little upset. It may partially be because of the wind. It may be that I haven't inspected it in so long that none of them have seen this before. They're all new girls. The only one that's been in there for a long time is the queen. So let's get some more smoke going, and you can see, just look at them, they're very upset right now. So, go ahead and pump some more smoke in here. You see how they all seem to just calm down a bunch when I do this? I got a nice opening in the side here. All right. They don't seem to be calming down, do they? Okay, so it is separated from the queen excluder. Hopefully the queen excluder stays down. This box is going to be quite heavy because it is laden with honey. Wow, I have never seen that before. That is the largest amount of dead bees I have ever seen in my life. So let me grab the snippers here.
And they're on top of the queen extruder?
Yeah, they're on top of the queen excluder. So I don't know exactly why that's happened. But I'm just going to take the queen excluder off. You can get these in metal or, wow. I bet you there's some countries where they'd enjoy that as a snack. That's incredible. So I'm just going to set that off to the side. Now my main goal here is to not harm the queen. I don't want to hurt any of the girls whatsoever, but I certainly don't want to hurt the queen. I don't want any of this ending up inside the thing. So I'm going to pull out 2 of these.
The wind's really picked up.
Yeah, for some reason the wind's really decided to pick up.
It was so calm when I was walking over.
Almost as if, wow. I mean, the smoke won't even go into where I want it to go. It's blowing all over the place. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this. Come on, girl, move out of the way. You want to move nice and slowly. Keep the bees calm, keep yourself calm. This is such a good solid colony. There's so much propolis on this, so much wax. It is amazing what these bees have done. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. This is nothing but honey and pollen. I've got a tool over here. It'll actually slip right onto the side of the box. Handy little deal. So I can just hang this frame on here. So this is crazy. I wonder if the queen isn't in the top.
She might be in the top that she got through?
Yeah, so I'm going to go through a couple of these. Now, she might not have got through. She might have been in the top previously.
Oh.
In which case, the whole bottom of this is going to be full of honey, and the top is going to be where the larva is.
Ah.
Actually kind of make my...
Okay, that's starting to bother me.
Wow. Yeah, nothing but pollen in this one. Well, it's a good healthy colony, so we know that also probably accounts for all those dead bees in the top. I bet you the queen's in the top. I'm going to keep on inspecting. I'm going to slide every one of these over and inspect until I see larva, and if I don't see larva, then I know the queen's in the top. Let's give another little blast of smoke. You okay, Marshall?
I'm being buzzed. Your camera work is getting a little shaky.
Okay, so maybe you want to...
Stand back?
I was going to say put your gloves on.
Oh, okay.
You haven't been stung yet, though, have you?
Nope.
Okay, this is a really docile colony. So I only wear this for protection because I got stung in the face once, and it was pretty horrible looking. All right, I am going to assume the queen is in the top. I've gone through half this box.
I'm over here now.
And it's all... This presents a problem because I really want to put them back in the bottom, and I wasn't planning on doing that today. Sorry, I got to go around here.
Okay.
Well, this is the wonderful world of beekeeping. You can run into all kinds of interesting things. Showing connection problems. Looks like it's connected again.
Okay.
So this is going to actually be a much more challenging situation here because I want the queen to be in the bottom. I want the brood to be in the bottom. So what I'm going to end up doing is transferring cells from one box to the other in order to put the brood cells in the bottom and the honey cells in the top. Not what I plan to do today, but it's what we're going to do. So here, you go ahead and hold that. And now we both have gloves on, so the cameraman doesn't have to be afraid. And, okay, what I'm going to do then is pull a couple of these out and put them on the hanger. I think I can fit 3 on here safely. I'm also going to clean off the tops a little bit. And I'm going to slide all of them over so every one of them is loose. So when I go to start transferring, it would be a pretty fast process. The last thing I want to do here is harm my mother, my queen. The queen bee. Generally, I'll separate the propolis from the wax, but I haven't really done much with any of it yet. I haven't made any candles or any lip balm or soap.
Do you want me to do any smoking?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
Nope, they're going to continue to be this active.
Okay.
Because at this point, I've torn open the entire hive a lot more than I expected to. I was hoping to just pull 2 cells out of here, and instead we found that there's literally nothing but honey in the bottom.
Huh.
And so that's not what we want. We want our brood to be on the bottom and our feed and pollen to be on top. That's why we exclude the queen and keep her in the bottom. And that's why that mess is there. And that should have been my first clue. I wasn't sure what that was about. Now I'm quite certain, because there's absolutely 0 brood in the bottom of this box. So hopefully the wind will continue to die down a little bit. It has calmed down some. Certainly not the ideal situation for working on this hive today. But now that we're open, now that we've traumatized them and stressed them out, we're going to continue with the process until it's done. So there is one other possibility, and that is that there is no queen. And if that's the case, then we'll have to go to a whole nother plan. Sometimes when you find a hive like this that's full of honey and top and bottom, it's because you've lost your queen. You have no queen, they had no viable larva. In which case we'll switch to a completely different plan today.
Would that be plan B?
That would be plan C. Because I've already realized that that's another option that we might have here. So, previously I planned on doing something with these bees here other than putting them into the compost pile, but that's where they're going to go now. Yeah, they've literally clogged this up with dead bodies. So I don't know exactly what we got here, but we will know in a few minutes.
I've got one bee that likes me a lot.
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 on me right now. They're really not happy with us right now. I don't blame them in any way whatsoever. So what I'm going to do right now is open this one up and start searching for brood. And hopefully we'll find some. If we don't, then we know we have a problem with our hive and we'll actually have to re-queen this hive. We're about to find out. Get as much of this propolis out of the way. Yeah, it's really hard to smoke in the wind. The wind's just deleting the smoke. All right, hopefully there's some larvae on this. I see pollen and honey. So yeah, that's going to be the case. I am quite certain that I have a queenless colony. What will happen is if a queen leaves and they're unsuccessful at creating a new queen, they will do nothing but honey production. Okay, and just to be sure, that's larva.
Yay!
So we've got larva on top. So now we're going to start looking for our queen as we transfer these carefully from this box into the other box. And I'm going to be pulling these ones, which we know are not full of larvae, and putting them in the top. Yeah, this is all larvae. And after this one, I am going to have to re-smoke. They're really upset, and I don't want them doing any damage to themselves. This is so heavy. This is so full of honey. It is truly amazing how heavy this one is. If I were to guess, I would say it's 5 pounds.
Wow.
But that's just a guess. Okay, so I still haven't seen our queen. I am going to restart my smoker. Hopefully with no bees on me this time. You can use leaves and twigs and pretty much anything you want. I've just had my most success with this burlap, and it's fairly simple to use. And you can basically take an old burlap sack, leave it out in the weather, or spray it with some water and let it deteriorate a little bit, and it becomes this, and it's easier to work with. Here we go. Get that glove back on. One of the great things about being a beekeeper is when somebody asks you, why do you have a lighter? You can say, I'm a beekeeper. I needed to use it for smoking.
Well, I don't smoke, so I guess I'm going to have to start.
Marshall's a comedian.
Well.
All right.
Not professionally.
These bees are not happy. And the wind is absolutely not cooperating with us today. I'm a little concerned for the safety of my queen. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Were you transferring in the other direction?
I'm transferring both directions.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're putting the
I'm the
honey in the top.
The honey and pollen in the top.
And the brood in the bottom.
And the brood is going to the bottom. So, these girls are really quite upset. Just gently move the tool around and they will move out of the way. The slower you move, the better it is for everyone involved, including the apiarist. Yeah, so this is all brood. Here you can see freshly laid brood. See those little white dots in the bottom there? So they haven't even been capped. Those are still being fed royal jelly. We're gonna take this one right here and we're gonna put it in this one here, because this could possibly be the source of a new queen for our new nuke.
Yay.
So we're going to continue on plan A, even though we've switched all the way to plan C. I'm just going to slowly, see how that, they move out of the way if you're slow with them. You don't need to crush anybody, you don't need to kill anybody. So I'm still looking to see if I see my queen. I don't.
Look on the back. There's
normally
a
I
couple
would.
of them on the back on the corner.
Normally, she's really usually quite excellent at hiding. So you watch for a while, you'll see her. See a couple of little albino bees. Now normally when I go in to do an inspection, I will clean these up a little bit. Right now I'm kind of concerned about the wind. I'm not so worried about cleaning these up as much as I would normally. A lot of times I just want to scrape off this excess propolis and wax, give the bees a chance to get away from it. This is probably more wax than propolis, so I'm going to put it in that container. And we'll just keep moving on. Take out some more of this propolis here. Okay, let's take another one of these. Now this one's super light. Super light. So I'm actually going to take this, I'm going to put it over here in this box. So I've got two cells, one that's got a lot of brood on it, one that doesn't have a whole lot of brood. So right now I'm going to seal that up. And let's just keep moving, honey. Pun intended.
Haha. Haha. Okay, sweetie.
Okay, look out, baby. Let's move out of the way, honey. Come on. Regardless of how careful I am, there's going to be some victims, but I want to minimize it. I'm not a selfish jerk. And I'm not going to use any political references here. Okay. Lots of good brood on this one. Still haven't seen a queen. Just keep moving on. Hopefully she's in one of these last two groups. And it's really thick. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, how well it's picking it up. I know this is only 720. But there are a ton of bees on here, and I'm thinking that they're here for a reason, and that would be to protect their mommy. This is full of honey. And there is some brood on it as well.
Oh, it said low battery.
That's okay.
Okay.
We're just about done here. So we've got some things in that box that should hopefully produce a queen. I want to put this one in there as well. So if you can lift that box open and go ahead, I'll get it. I want to pull the feeder out.
Okay.
Grab that.
Okay.
And then now, and there's also a lot of bees in there. So I'm going to seal this up. This should be what we need to start a colony. I'm going to move this down here onto a better surface area now that it's full. Okay. Well, let's move the last one in here.
Okay.
And hopefully,
A lot of bees on it.
hopefully there's a queen in here. Hopefully she stays with this frame. So one lesson that's come out of this whole process here is that you want to inspect your hives on a regular basis.
Oh, I see her. I hear her on this side.
And with that, I don't care that you guys aren't getting to see her. She's going in the box.
Did you see her?
I did not.
Oh, okay. I
But
saw
you
it.
You saw
A longer body, yeah.
That's it. And there she is. I see her right now. And I'm happy with this process. I'm actually going to slide in where are our new frames. So these are pre-waxed plastic-based frames. And I'm going to go ahead and put two new ones in here to replace the two I took out. I smashed one or two there, and the release of pheromones when I did that really upset someone.
Oh, wow.
So much that they stung me.
Look at that.
And unfortunately, she's going to lose her life for that. Not my intention, sorry. So I actually crushed somebody right there. I'm going to clean this up a little bit more, not too much more. And then this is going to go on top here. I'm going to give this a good smoking. Hopefully this is still burning. Wow. Right then the wind picks up.
Ah, of course.
Okay, so now this box is going to go back on top of there. At this point, I'm more concerned about losing heat to this hive. So if a couple of girls get crushed, I feel bad.
The frame holder, do you want that off? I see.
Put these frames in. And I'm kind of becoming impatient, which isn't a good thing. But they're upset. They've been exposed a little too long. I know I have the queen in the bottom there now. So that's probably the last little cleanup I'm going to do. And I might clean this one too. They're upset. Since it's normally such a docile colony, I really want to get it closed back up and not upset them anymore. So I'm going to add 2 more frames to that one. For the 2 I took out of the top. And then our inner lid. Okay, this is going to be beautiful. Look at all these bees I got on this inner lid. So you know what I'm going to do with these? Inspect real quick. And then hopefully the wind will cooperate with me here for a minute.
Huh.
So I got as many bees as I possibly could into that nuke box.
Yay.
That will give that box a chance. And if you look, there's a plug in it right now. So they cannot escape.
That's your extra wax that you keep around?
Yeah. This is just extra stuff. There's actually processes for separating wax from undesirable things. I'm not too worried about doing right now. I just want to get the extra off of here so the next time I go in to inspect it, it's not going to be sealed quite as tightly as it was this time. And I'm going to gently put this lid on, giving them time to move out of the way. And again, with these holes in the front, I'm going to put this lid on in such a way that they are able to get out the top and go into the bottom. Remove my holder off of there. Now this is slid forward.